Welcome to the SubSummit Pitch Competition, presented by Pitney Bowes and Praella, four amazing subscription startups, each pitching for their chance to win a $50,000 prize package. With hundreds of applications submitted and only 20 semi-finalists selected to pitch virtually, it all culminates tonight with the four finalists pitching live here at SubSummit. From round one of virtual pitching, two promising subscription businesses, the Robot Garage and Micro Puzzles.
That's amazing, thank you.
Or shocked.
And two spectacular companies from the second round, Imanico and Nkene.
Thank you so much.
Each of these deserving subscription businesses are about to pitch for a life-changing prize package. This is the SubSummit Pitch Competition.
Welcome to the 2022 pitch competition presented by Pitney Bowes and Praella. You are in for a show tonight, folks. We have amazing contestants, subscription innovators, business owners pitching for the chance to win $50,000 in cash and prizes. That's $10,000 cash, $40,000 in in-kind services. And this would not be possible today without our amazing sponsors, co-sponsors, Pitney Bowes and Praella. So please give a hand to Amir Grozdanich of Praella and Mike McComb of Pitney Bowes. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you for what you're doing to help the young startups really flourish in the subscription space. Amir, your company is responsible for helping develop a full website rebuild for today's winner. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, thank you for having us here. So last year we went to the SubSummit for the very first time, and I absolutely fell in love with the entire community, what you guys were trying to accomplish, what Pitney Bowes has been sponsoring. So after the pitch competition, I went to Chris, George, and John Haji, and I was telling them, I want to be part of this. And the biggest reason is we all are here because of a community. And when we started our business and our journey, we had a community from Shopify to Recharge to merchants that endlessly supported us. And now we're in a position that hopefully we can give back and help somebody else's journey. People say that it takes a village to raise a child. I say it takes a community to build a brand. And this is the best community to be part of to do that.
I'm gonna have to write that line down because that's just amazing. Mike McComb with Pitney Bowes. Pitney Bowes has been involved with SubSummit since the inception of the event. You're back sponsoring the event for the second year in a row. Clearly you like it enough to come back. Tell us about what Pitney Bowes is doing for subscription commerce.
Yeah, absolutely, and we do love it. We love everybody who's getting into the subscription box world and those who have been in it. We do e-commerce fulfillment, e-commerce delivery, e-commerce returns, and e-commerce cross-border. If you look at some of the brands that are on there, you'll notice, as Brian talked about unicorns, there's some that have been unicorns. We've worked with brands who've done $100 million exits, $500 million exits, $1 billion exits. I want to work with somebody out here who also can do that, so please see us afterwards. We also offer a lot of insight into what goes on in e-commerce. We publish what's called Box Poll. We work with the Morning Consult. We ask consumers, over 1,000 consumers every week, we'll get the temperature. We've got a lot of information on subscription boxes. We've got a lot of information on sustainability, everything you can imagine. And if you also have ideas of questions that you would like us to ask consumers, let me know. But we are very excited, and I tell you what, we're also excited to come up tomorrow and help present that giant check. So there's going to be a great winner, and we're very excited. Thank you.
Amazing. Let's give it up for our co-sponsors once again, Pitney Bowes and Praella. Now, like I said, $50,000, that's a boatload of money for anyone starting a business or wanting to grow a business. So how do we make a decision on who gets to leave Orlando with that kind of money? Well, by assembling, simply put, just an all-star judging panel. I'm really pleased to introduce you the 2022 pitch competition judges.
Introducing this year's pitch competition judges. Back again as a pitch judge, the CEO of Expert Dojo, Brian McMahon, brings his passion and experience from accelerating the growth of over 100 startups. Pitch judge Ellie Gano is no stranger to pitch competitions. In 2020, she appeared on Shark Tank seeking an investment for her successful subscription box, Booty Bag. Founder of iPullRank, Michael King brings his tech expertise to our panel of judges. With over 10 years in the industry, Michael has helped generate over $1 billion in incremental revenue. Anna Kopsky of BuzzFeed rounds out this year's judging panel. Our contestants will not only have to answer to her, but the entire BuzzFeed community. Put your hands together for our 2022 pitch competition judges, Ellie, Michael, Brian, and Anna.
Thank you so much for being here, judges. And by the way, the judges have a full schedule here at SubSummit. They're speaking, they're judging, and they're going to be networking with all of you. So please, when you see them, just shake their hand, thank them for their service, because we really appreciate it. So the way this is going to go tonight, each contestant will have 5 minutes to pitch their business plan to our wonderful judges. At the end of that pitch, the judges will get 5 minutes to ask any questions that they would like to get to know the business owner a little more, the business plan, their growth strategy, and whatnot. After that, they'll tell you their scores, and then we'll move on to the next participants until we find out who gets to take home the $50,000 prize package. What these subscription innovators are going to do tonight takes a lot of courage, because they're pitching not only in front of 4 amazing judges, but in front of all of you. And being on stage can be nerve-wracking. And I'm talking from experience because this is my first time doing it, and you guys have been incredibly kind, by the way. So please, put your hands together for our very, very first contestant. It's Michael Odokaraokibo from Nkene. Good luck.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Hi, judges. Kedu afambu Michael Odokaraokibo. Afambu Mwoke, and I'm the CEO of Nkene. Nkene is the very first dedicated African language learning app in market, ever. And we're talking about a $25.7 billion market, and we're the very first. Oh, there it is. So our solution is to create an African language learning app for people to utilize and learn African languages in a fun and easy way. And the reason why we're creating this is for people like me, people that look like me, people who want to get connected to their African roots, but never had that opportunity to, because there's never been an easy way to. You know, with African languages, it's more so an oratory type of learning. But because of colonization and slavery, those rights have been taken away from us. But with Nkene, we're elevating that, and we're bringing that type of opportunity to people who are interested. So our product is sleek, it's sexy, it's reminiscent of the African energy, the African cultures, just the everything. We try to make it connect to the African diaspora because our goal is to connect users to each other. We are the first dedicated community-based learning app, and we're utilizing that with African languages. So some of the highlights with Nkene, and Nkene, we're just a year old, but we have already been building an ML product within Nkene, and we're actually building the first African language database ever as well. We're partnering with Amazon with that, and they have been an amazing partner, as well as our team members. It's been an incredible journey. MVP, we launched our beta a month and a half ago, and we already have thousands of users with very little money put in advertising. And also, we're slated to release the full app with ML, with gamification, with 4 African languages, 8 August of 2022. The addressable market is, as I mentioned, is a $25.7 billion market, but there are no African languages that are not a lot of African languages utilized in that market. So we aim to be the first, and 1 out of every 7 human is an African to begin with. So we hope and we pray that we can get around 10% of the market if we continue this journey. And Nkene for Students, we're very, very excited to announce Nkene for Students. It is a platform for universities and colleges to utilize African languages and teach it to their students. Here's our case study. Maine, we're currently speaking with the University of Maine. We have a big meeting with them next month. And we are talking with them about utilizing Nkenne. And as you can see, Maine is a test study because it's around 97% white. But with Somali, it's the most spoken language, or the spoken language that's spoken multiple times in a household in Maine. There is huge opportunities to utilize Somali in schools. So we are providing that avenue, and we're really excited about that. And in the competitive marketplace, we are competitive with our competitors, with Pimsleur, with Babbel, with Rocket Languages, with Rosetta Stone. But again, we are the only African language learning app, so that sets us apart from our competitors. It's a $9.99 subscription. We currently have our beta free for users because they are letting us know what they think of the app. They're telling us what they like, what they don't like. And we're building the app for their ability to learn it easily and as fun as possible. Our go-to-market strategy has been pitch competitions. It's been everything. With Reddit, we got our first big launch with Reddit where we were able to have users really connect with Nkenne and they wanted to join. Traditional marketing as well we're looking into. But we're going to be using this particular, if we are lucky to get funding or we're lucky to win this competition, we will use the funding for Nkenne for students, for building more ML technology for students to be able to utilize Nkenne. And our goal is to be able to teach African languages to anyone that is interested, as well as our goal is to connect users and people of the African diaspora to each other, and to elevate the conversation with the African diaspora. That's our goal, and it's been one of the greatest joys to see users really utilizing the app, really connect with the app, and really find something within themselves. It's doing that for me. I'm learning Igbo from this app, and this has been one of the greatest journeys of my life. Shout out to our team. Our team has been incredible in this journey. We know how to fail because we fail forward, and I'm really proud of how they've been able to elevate and push through with everything we've been through. So again, shout out to the Nkenne team. You guys have been incredible. But we are Nkenne, and thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Michael and the Nkenne team. Not too bad failing forward all the way to the final of the pitch competition. That's pretty good. Brian McMahon from Expert Dojo, any questions for Michael?
So if you spoke, so two kind of related questions. The first one is, as an Irishman, I feel you, right? I'm speaking English, right? So there's a lot of folks in Ireland who would like to learn Gaelic, but they don't, right? And they don't because they're too busy, because their lives have moved on, they're generations beyond where they were. So I wonder how many people in Africa, as a percentage, would want to actually learn this, as opposed to people who would be curious to learn a couple of words. And that's the first point. And then the second thing is just if you could speak a little bit about the machine learning and the artificial intelligence and everything that you have built into it.
Sure. So the first question, it's really interesting. So actually, I just flew from Nigeria. I flew to Nigeria last week. I just flew here from Nigeria, and I fly back after this. There are so many people in Nigeria alone who do not speak their traditional languages. A lot of us speak Pidgin English, which is our quick way to talk, which is our quick way to connect with each other, but a lot of us do not know how to speak African languages. And with gamification, it's been an incredible and huge tool for us, and it's been a huge tool for language learning platforms. We're blessed to have studied our competitors, and Duolingo has mastered the gamification model, and not only are we utilizing that, but we're adding along gamification that is pushing for African languages. For example, we have badges we give to users, and those badges users are able to, once they utilize languages, they are able to get coins, and they can use those coins for buying skins, and we're just going to elevate from that. That's just the beginning, and we've seen a huge interest in that. Now, I don't remember the second question.
Just on machine learning and what's actually built in to make it special.
So I'm a singer, right? So I knew nothing about machine learning, none of that stuff. But machine learning, just doing this whole process, has been so important and has been a game changer with the Nkenne app, and has been a game changer for having us have meetings with universities. So not only are we creating with machine learning, and we're utilizing Amazon's partnership with that, but we're building the first African language database. Now, Duolingo, Pimsleur, they use databases for machine learning because you can speak words into it, you can get responses back, but there are no African language database. So not only is Nkenne building a machine learning application, but we're building the first dedicated African language database. That is huge.
Michael, any questions?
Yeah. My question for you is, the thing is with online learning is people, they start something, they're like, oh, I'm so excited, and then they forget or life goes on or what have you. Have y'all done anything to solve that problem to make it so people have a higher propensity to complete these, these tasks and learn these languages?
Sure. We were blessed to be in Goldman Sachs 10K SB program, and one thing they stressed was apprehension rates. We are blessed to be entering into a field with high apprehension rates in the language learning space because they utilize different tools like emails, reminders, push notifications, which we utilize as well. But what makes us different, because we are a community-based African language learning app, we've released the Nkenne podcast, which is on podcast.nkenne.com, where we talk about modern things that are going on in the African diaspora. And we also released the Nkenne blog, blog.nkenne.com, where you can learn about things that are going on within our community, within the African diaspora, and we send those to our users. So not only do we send them reminders, but we send them ways that they can elevate and connect with the African energy, with the African traditions. So that's how we are, doing that. Of course, we have way more to learn, but we're blessed to be in a space that we can utilize and learn from our competitors and elevate from that.
I think we got time for one more question. Anna?
Hello. Okay. Okay, so you've been talking about gamification, which
Yes.
is huge for user retention. Obviously, you know that. And you mentioned that currently you give users badges and then they get coins and stuff. Have you noticed any direct successes as a result of the gamification? Have you noticed any direct successes on your end? And also, what other things beyond skins and such would be available with those coins in the future, potentially?
Sure. So we completed Sputnik ATX Accelerator program 3 months ago. And one thing that they taught us were the importance of OKRs. That's how we've been able to build our subscriptions, our connections to our users. And one of the OKRs we utilize is the amount of minutes that our users spend on the app. And we launched gamification about 3 weeks ago. Before we launched gamification, users spend about 19 minutes. It's around now about 53 minutes. And that is, I don't know what that is, maybe like a 400% jump, I think. But we can only go up from there because we're still a young company and we're still learning a lot, right? So we're going to continue with gamification, and how we want to elevate that is also work in the Web3 space. We want to launch Nkenne in the Web3 space where users can also utilize coins as well. Have speakers come into the Nkenne platform and speak to our users, be able to pay tutors from the Nkenne platform. So, but we have to start somewhere. But yes, there are tons of places we can go with it.
Great, thoughtful answers here, Michael. Let's give it up once again.
Thanks, everybody.
For Michael. Great job. Thank you so much. Way to set the tone here, Michael. Brian, in your earlier session, you were mentioning unicorns, and I think we're on the right track right now.
Keep them coming.
We got more. Now let's welcome in our second contestant. I should say second contestants because it's two of them. Let's welcome the Robot Garage team with Sarah and Jonathan Jacobs. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Jacobs, and this is Sarah Jacobs, and we're from the Robot Garage in Detroit, Michigan.
These are great.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for including us in this today. Question, has anyone here ever had an idea of something they could invent to make the world a little bit better? When you ask that question to a group of young children, every single hand goes up, every single time. And that moment, when you're surrounded by people who really believe they can change the world and make it better, is what the Robot Garage is based on. It's on not losing that moment that kids have. We started the Robot Garage in 2011 at our kitchen table. I married an engineer. I hated math and science. I gave birth to an engineer. We have 3 daughters, and we were the house where everybody was coming to build and tinker and learn how to use power tools, and we always had a lot of Lego. And our oldest daughter, when the day she got to middle school, joined a robotics team, made it to the state finals. We went to cheer her on and realized it was like falling into the rabbit hole. that there were millions of kids like our kids out there, and they didn't have a place. There was no ice rink, there was no place for them to go. So we started this idea at our kitchen table of the Robot Garage, and a year later, we had a ribbon cutting. We took over a 4,000 square foot space. We wanted high ceilings where kids could think big thoughts, and we wanted to teach kids who were gonna be the next engineers what they needed to know, but we also wanted to teach everybody how to do this stuff, because everyone's growing up in a world with robots and computers and coding. We had this lofty vision, which is we want to create an aha moment every day for every child. We thought naively we'd be able to use a lot of the education kits that are out there, but they're really limited, they're expensive, and after you've done 3 projects, you're done with them. We had kids who were outgrowing our curriculum faster than we could give it to them, and we ended up starting to develop our own curriculum about 8 years ago. Since that time, we've created about 1,000 hours of curriculum, mostly pre-K through 8. We tap into what kids love. If they love Lego, we use that to teach robotics. If they love video games, we use that as a hook to teach coding. Everything we do aligns with the national science standards. And by 2019, we were hitting our stride. We had 2 locations and 100 employees, 100,000 students, and then came COVID. And 2020, we were forced to shut down for over a year. Our staff of 100 became a staff of 10, and parents were calling us every day to say, these kids need their robotics classes. What can you do virtually? And our staff didn't think they could do it. They didn't think we could teach it successfully virtually. But we tried, and we piloted with a lot of families, and this was the
Tap
result.
into your child's love of Lego with our custom-designed robotics subscription kits. Each month, your child will receive a 3-in-1 kit delivered to your door with a code to hours of video tutorials walking them step-by-step through building and coding 3 robots. Each lesson will focus on engineering concepts and encourage experimentation. You can pause or cancel your subscription renewal at any time, but once you see how much they're learning, we think you'll be amazed. Soon they will have the skills and materials to start creating their own inventions.
That was the video we produced to do our Facebook ads starting last April for our first launch. We focused in on only 2 classes, our 2 most popular Lego robotics classes, so we only have 2 SKUs. Young Engineers is pre-K through K, Robot Academy Junior is grades 1 through 3. Every month, kids get 24/7 access to 3 recorded video classes. Each is about an hour long. They also get a kit mailed to their home with all the Lego Technic pieces they need to build 3 different robots. The price is $79 a month, $69 in bundles. There's a one-time electronic starter kit that's $19 for the younger group and $119 for Robot Academy Junior. The benefits of this program have kind of amazed us. We started out being so skeptical that this was going to succeed, but we've heard from so many parents, my kid who really needs more time now can slow it down when they watch the recording or replay it. My child who likes to go faster can go faster. Instead of, most kids' kits, which are terrific, have disposable things, ours don't, they have Lego. So you're building this engineering library at home every month when you get your kit. We also have extra activities at the end of everything for the kids. After 1 year, we've done $160,000 in revenue. We've sold 1,100 kits, 400 students. The average customer is staying 6 months right now. The average churn is all over the place, low numbers, but it's 8%, 50% gross margin. This is our incredible team, educators, engineers. They have spent the last year recreating everything we spent 10 years building, and now we need to build a digital team, sales and marketing, that will do honor to those teachers who have done such a great job. That's our next job.
All right, let's give it up for the Robot Garage team. Great job. Great job, you guys. Ellie from Booty Bag, do you have any questions for our contestants?
Yeah, I do. First off, I love your story. I love that you guys are taking creative kids and giving them an outlet. I'm just curious about your competition in the market. Mm-hmm. Is there other brands doing this currently?
Not really. So Lego Education has been around for years. They're terrific. We use their products, so we use their software. But they don't do direct to customer. We found out about it as an education company years ago, right. And they're in schools. But there's nobody going direct to customer with any of this stuff.
Cool.
So.
And then one other question. Is it, and this might be silly, but is it a new kit a month, or can the kit be used several different times? Like, what's the life?
So do you want to take the?
Well, each month they get their own new kit, but the pieces in the kit are Lego plastic and completely reusable. So as they go on month to month, they're building a nice library of their own pieces. So when they want to come up with their own ideas, they can use parts from months back and build whatever they're thinking of.
Cool. So you are shipping it as a monthly basis,
once a month.
but they can keep them. Cool.
Right, so they get a kit once a month and a starter kit at the beginning.
Thank you.
Awesome. Brian, any questions?
Yeah, a couple. So I really like this. I think this is great, actually.
Thank you.
Very, very smart and super necessary for kids. You think of maybe to lower the cost of sending it out, that you can, I mean, I love that question that Ali just asked, like you could have for advanced kids where you're like, you built a robot 2 weeks ago, but if you take like piece B7-2 and add it to piece, you can build a transformer. And whoever builds it, so you can actually really advance what they're doing. Right. And that was my first question. And then the second question was just, I didn't quite get the revenue. Like if you had 100,000, which is amazing, kids, like I'd love to know how much they were paying and if they were paying. And then you made 160 grand last year, which kind of says to me that you were bringing in 14,000 a month or 13,000 a month.
The 160 includes, and we used to have so many more slides, and my kids were like, Mom, there are too many slides, so cut them back too much. It includes something we didn't expect. We got a lot of interest from schools. We normally work and do field trips with like Detroit Public Schools and all of that. We started getting a lot of interest from after-school programs in schools. And like from one Zoom call, we got a $50,000 contract to give these kits and the videos to the teachers. There's a really scary statistic out there. Only 38% of elementary school teachers feel proficient teaching science. And one of the things that this does is it allows the teacher to step back and let our videos do the classes. And the teacher, we do professional development for those teachers to come in and kind of be like our high school assistants. So that includes that number. It includes $60,000 in school and after-school programs as well.
In terms of the kit development, we've really shrunk the number of pieces already to do the 3 kits, like there are a huge number in each monthly kit that are reused. The option there for us was to create sort of a massive starter kit, right? That would have a lot more pieces to be able, as you said, to ask them to pull. One problem is kids lose Lego. So we're nervous every month that if we say, remember 2 months ago we sent you a kit, will they still have the pieces? So this way we minimize it to the month and they don't have to worry about misplacing things as they're growing their collection. But it's a great point and we're always looking to reduce the cost.
We were concerned about the cost. Most kids' kits out there are $19.99 to $29.99. Right. We learned something early on in Facebook when we were doing the ads as this is a kit, a STEM kit. We were getting so many comments on Facebook about the price, the price, the price. The minute we changed the language to say this is a robotic class that happens to ship a kit every month, the comments stopped. It was like an amazing pivot, and that was really, we learned a lot this year. We needed to prove that this concept worked before we knew where else to invest. Right. I think we know a lot now. We also, this is total credit to our educators, our teachers. They've taught these classes so many times. We have had, of the 1,100 kits we've shipped, we have had 2 phone calls asking for technical help on the projects. They just do these hour-long video classes where the kids don't make mistakes. They're amazing. So they did work.
Got time for one more question. Michael?
First, I want to thank y'all, because now I don't have to stop at the gift shop on the way home. My kids are going to love this, and I'm probably going to sign up no matter what. My question for you is, what is the secret sauce here? Like, what is to stop someone else from like buying a whole bunch of Lego and doing the exact same thing?
You want to field that one?
I think our special sauce is our team and that the amount of time and effort we've put into developing our own curriculum. You can go to Lego Education and buy their kit and it comes with a certain number of lessons, but you'll find all over town the same people teaching those same lessons. And once they get to the 6 or 7 that exist, the kids have nowhere to go and the teachers have nowhere to go because they don't create their own curriculum. We create our own curriculum. We have 1 full year in the can and intention of doing a 2nd full year so that each of these age ranges can go 24 months without repeating and then go into the next age range. And what we find is that we are able to bundle more in terms of theme. So if we want to talk engineering things like gear ratios or levers or whatever the concept is, we can build multiple kits into one and sort of focus on themes and really do our own way of teaching these things, because the other ones are sort of scattered over. They're more about play than necessarily the engineering that we're trying to do. And that, hey, Mikey, he likes it, kind of.
To your point, and I think you touched on this, yes, there should be, I'm not sure everybody should have to get a kit every month. I think there'll be kids who want it every 3 months, and there'll be kids who want more of a challenge. We didn't have the capacity to do more than what we were doing. You can either do a 3-month bundle or 1 month in these 2 SKUs. We just knew, we've always tried to be really careful about not doing more than we know we can do well, and we knew operationally, building our first platform, we just couldn't manage more the first year. But
Right. We have a lot of ideas as we grow into how to condense the kits or expand.
All right, amazing job. The Robot Garage team, congratulations.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Solid start, very solid start. Wow, setting the bar high for our next 2 contestants here in the 4th annual pitch competition. 4 years, we've seen amazing innovators walk through the stage and blow our minds with their ideas, with their passion, and with their plans. And in 4 years, we've heard a lot of great things, and we've seen a lot of great people, and it's time actually to check in on one of them.
Last year, pitch competitor Susan Black walked away with a $20,000 prize package for her company, Wowzitude.
This is what we call a wow moment.
Almost a year later, let's check back in and see how Wowzitude is doing.
Since SubSummit, we've actually expanded into some very exciting areas. The most exciting part of it is heritage tours. Jewish heritage, Irish heritage, Italian heritage. When we pitched at SubSummit, we were really nascent. We were only doing a couple of tours a week. We only worked with maybe 20 guides, and we were really seeing if we had the right pricing model and the right content for these groups. The prize package was incredibly important at that point in our development. We needed to up our game in order to attract the right type of partners, and we looked and felt like a much bigger company than we really were. So we had huge brands come to us wanting to partner because that investment from SubSummit enabled us to up our game. Since that time, we have grown about 320%. Some really huge growth. We're now running about 20 to 25 tours every week. We've got our pricing models nailed. We now have 14 partnerships who have given us tens of thousands of weekly subscribers. And from 20 guides, we're now up to 72 licensed worldwide guides. I had an amazing experience with the SubSummit, with SUBTA, with the pitch competition, and the growth since that time has been fantastic. I want to wish all of the folks who are here as a finalist the very best, because even if you don't win, the exposure that you get here is invaluable, and it is great in terms of the connections and in terms of what you will have experienced. So I want to wish everybody the very best of luck here and into the future.
Amazing, amazing. And Brian was actually part of the judging panel who decided that Susan should take home the $20,000 prize package last year. We slightly increased that by $30,000, why not? Amazing to be a part of Susan's success with the Wowzitude team. We're really grateful to play a little bit part of your success and your growth and in your business venture. All right, we got 2 more pitches to go. So I'm going to ask you to give a big round of applause for our next contestants. It's the Emanico team with Saida Florexel and Akriti Gupta.
Hello, everyone. My name is Saida, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Emanico. For those of you who can't see me, I'm a Black woman, and I'm wearing a black shirt, black pants, gray sneakers, and I'm wearing a colorful blazer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Akriti. I am also a co-founder as well as the CTO at Emanico. I am a South Asian woman in my mid-20s wearing black slacks and a colorful shirt.
Now, when some of you hear the word communication, you might think of conversation, connection, relationship. But for me, it's fear, challenge, disconnection. As someone who's born with a hearing disability, a lot of time when I find myself in a social environment like this, I always feel like I'm part of the group, but not part of the conversation. For example, one day I was visiting some family member, and I sat in a corner of the room for nearly 5 hours when everyone else was socializing, they were enjoying the conversation. And I was feeling excluded, left out. I wanted to be part of that conversation that was happening in the room. So I did what I've always done my whole life. I tried to read multiple people's lips. It was hard because some of them had accent, basic here, some of them were speaking too fast, too slow, and some of them were even wearing masks. I wore a hearing aid. Hearing aids are great, but they're not perfect. It doesn't cure my deafness or assist me with word comprehension. So I really wanted to be part of that conversation that was happening in the room. I opened one of the live transcription apps that I had on my phone. This app transcribed the entire conversation as one paragraph. I was at loss because I had no clue who was speaking. There were 5 different people who were talking. Therefore, Imanico had developed Communify. Communify is your digital assistant and interpreter for a conversation. Communify listens to the conversation in the room and identifies different voices. In short, Communify, transcribe, and color code each speaker dialogue separately so that those who are deaf and hard of hearing like me can enjoy a group conversation without wondering who is speaking.
We have a variety of subscription plans available to our customers. Our free version offers up to 6 hours per month with a session limit of 15 minutes. In addition, we offer a premium plan, which is about $10 per month. And with this plan, our customers are able to use unlimited time for unlimited sessions. We've had a lot of interest from different organizations and companies as well, and therefore we are also working on creating a customized plan that matches different organization needs based on what the organization is interested in pursuing with accessibility and creating an inclusive culture. Our end users are adults with a mild to profound hearing loss in the United States. However, our buyers are deaf and hard of hearing individuals, family members of deaf and hard of hearing individuals, HR managers, event managers, and really anyone who wants to help create an inclusive culture within a certain kind of setting. As of today, we have over 330 passionate beta testers that have really helped us build an incredible and inclusive product. We've spent the last 6 to 8 months really hard at work trying to understand what kind of situations our customers use our product in, and we found a variety of findings. One of them is the workplace. A lot of people have been using it in professional settings, podcasts, social environments. But in addition to that, organizations have been coming to us and have been wanting to integrate our technology into their current tools, but as well as into different, like providing our platform in their work culture. We have exciting news. Communify 2.0 is coming out this summer with a new look as well as new features. We have been granted 2 patents within the United States. The hearing loss, or the number of individuals with a hearing loss in the world is about 1.5 billion as of World Health Organization last year. That's a huge number. Of that population, there's over 430 million people that actually require rehabilitation services for their hearing loss. 48 million of these people live within the United States. And the speech and voice recognition market is about $28.3 billion, making Imanico's market size 2.9 million. We are spreading the word through a variety of channels, websites, events, as well as trade shows. Our team is very passionate as well as very diverse. We are a group of deaf, hard of hearing individuals, and we have a variety of expertise branching from marketing, sales, data science, machine learning, and a lot more. We would like to thank our sponsors and supporters as well. Google for Startups, Verizon, some big companies, as well as community organizations. And kind of finalize, we would like to remind you why Monaco exists. No one should feel excluded from the world around them. We all deserve to feel included, connected, and communicate better. Thank you.
Let's turn over to the judges, and I will start with you. Any questions for our contestants?
Yes, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for telling us about this. This is an incredible app. I've never heard anything like this, so I am very interested to know, who are your competitors in this market?
Yes, so we have Otter AI. So I know a lot of people are familiar with Otter. So Otter doesn't have real-time validation. So our technology is real-time validation, which means that it is capable of separating people by voice. And we also have Ava, which is one of our direct competitors. So they don't have real-time validation, and we're actually the only one in the market right now who offer this kind of solution to the dev community.
Ellie, any questions?
How many users at a time?
So we've created the product to have multiple users at a time. We are starting to really partner with event organizers and large workplace settings. So what we're creating is individual, similar to Zoom chat rooms, or private chat rooms, essentially, for different sessions, different tracks. Events have multiple content tracks simultaneously, so we want to make sure we're accommodating all of that.
Cool. And just a total side note, I love your guys' tag. You deserve to be part of the conversation. I love it. And I also love that you guys have made the price affordable for people to be part of the conversation. I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Brian, any questions?
Maybe just, have you raised any money yet? And I didn't quite get if there's any revenue coming in to the app from users.
Yes, so we have raised over $350,000 in grant, and we are currently pre-revenue, so we have been focusing. This is a very technical product, and it's very hard to find the resources that we need to improve it. So I could you can speak a little bit more about like product development.
We really want to make sure we nail the product right. It's a one shot. If someone loses faith in communication platforms, they very quickly, we see a lot of churn, essentially. And so we want to make sure our product offers what we are promising. And that's why we were really focusing, and we've been spending the last 6 to 8 months really focusing and talking to the individuals. For us, since we are a product that's catered to individuals with disabilities, a lot of our user groups have been catered to individuals in the deaf and hard of hearing community. But it's not like one disability. An individual can have only one disability. For us, it's really important to also cater to individuals who are maybe have vision-related disabilities and other types to make sure they feel like they can use the product as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Michael King, last questions?
Yeah, this is awesome. Like, what y'all have built is incredible. What I'm curious is, what are your patents in? Because, you know, this is a problem that everyone is trying to solve. So, like, what happens when Google just suddenly starts doing it? So what are your patents in?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'll let her answer.
For the patents, we cover the functionality of the technology. And when we started with hardware, then we pivoted, so everyone's telling us you should start with software. And the patent actually covers like different ways that you can utilize the technology, such as like caption glasses, other ways like we plan on in the future we plan to develop different lines of products. So our patent cover up things that we want to do in the future and more right now.
Just to be clear, it breaks out the user segment, right? That's your patent, like identifying the different users.
Hardware-based.
Yeah,
yes.
hardware, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, let's give it up for Imanico, and let's give it up for our interpreter as well. Thank you for making this possible. Oh, thank you very much. We're making things possible here, and we love to hear innovation that solves deep issues that touch most people, families, and anyone in the world. So thank you for sharing your story, to all of our contestants, really. All right, last but not least, I'm very pleased to introduce you our final contestant. It's the Micro Puzzles team, so please put your hands together for Michael Sturba and Rachel Duguay.
Ever wonder what it takes to put together a SUBTA competition pitch? Let's take a look.
When Micro Puzzles earned a spot as a SUBTA finalist, they invited every distinguished leading Hollywood director to come and work on the pitch. And when no one showed up, they hired this guy.
Minute 39, Scarlett Johansson gets into the monster truck. The mariachi band goes into full. The Blue Angels hit the sky. Eddie Van Halen hits his corn. When the train ferries take a field, and that's when what?
We only have 5 minutes.
And a $100 budget.
Hello, Orlando. My name is Michael.
And I'm Rachel, and we're the owners of
Micro Puzzles. In 2018, we started a jigsaw puzzle company out of our one-bedroom apartment.
Literally, we used to glue puzzles in our kitchen. And over the pandemic, it blew up. Sorry.
We blew up.
And in August of 2020, people were asking for new designs.
So Rachel had the idea of integrating a subscription box into our existing business model, and the results were amazing. Our core product is a 150-piece jigsaw puzzle packed in a test tube. So it's 4x6. It's fun, exciting things that you can do portable. It's completely portable as well.
Think about jigsaw puzzles for a second.
And it's pretty easy to do. I mean, everybody has a reference point for jigsaw puzzles. If you were whether you were a little kid, you got it for Christmas, a family gathering, or even a camping trip.
Besides being fun and educational, there's proven health benefits. Building something piece by piece can not only be relaxing, but rewarding.
And it's a fun and healthy way to unwind and unplug. That's one of the reasons why puzzles were so big during the pandemic. It was baking, hair care, and puzzles. And in 2020, puzzles had explosive growth, over 270%. And even in 2022, the US appetite for puzzles is about a $750 million market, and sales are really strong.
Micro Puzzles has 5 distinct sales channels. We do business to business, direct to consumer. We do traditional wholesale product licensing.
And a monthly subscription box. And this crazy adventure has been the most fun we've ever had. Go ahead.
With the help of our customers, we've donated over $14,000 to help with independent artists, multiple charities, and charitable initiatives.
And, sorry.
White and Google.
I'm sorry?
We've even done
puzzles. We've done puzzles for everybody, including Betty White and Google.
And dozens of other subscription boxes.
You know, over the years, we've gotten accolades from the press, but also, more importantly, our customers.
Micro Puzzles has over 1,200 5-star reviews.
And a big chunk of those are for the subscription box.
In our subscription box, we have 2 exclusive puzzles that we manufacture ourselves, and they come in themed with accessories and fun gifts.
And, sorry, can I get the next slide?
Fun built in our, being a toy company, fun is built into our DNA.
Sorry, guys, we're just a little nervous. So actually, the really fun thing about having a toy company is that actually fun is baked into our DNA. So we've done some crazy things, including we've rickrolled our entire membership box.
And we put a sound chip in that played Happy Birthday when they opened the box.
But none of this is theoretical. We've actually done it. We have about 425 members.
And some have been there since box 1.
So let's take a look at some of the numbers.
At $23, we are more than profitable. Our lifetime value is $162, and our churn rate is 4.9.
But the really exciting thing is that we have done 22 consecutive months. That's almost 7,500 boxes to 49 of the 50 states.
Delaware, we're still looking at you.
For marketing, we do really traditional things. We do regular, for marketing, we do, sorry guys. For marketing, we do traditional things. We do paid ads.
Product seeding.
Product seeding,
If
sorry.
you've all checked your SUBTA welcome box.
Which has been incredibly, sorry. So we also do product seeding, which has been incredibly successful, even if my catch wasn't. We also do paid ads and affiliate marketing. We have a really small.
Oh, we have a really small.
Some would say micro team.
Of independent, we have artists and graphic people, and most importantly,
Brian in shipping. So this is our 12-year-old rescue. He's our kind of our secret weapon. He's a real thing. Look at it. It's an About Us page. Listen, if we're selected, you won't go wrong. We use the prize money to launch additional products, grow the subscriber base, and add to the team.
we're so excited to be here. We're ready for any questions.
Thanks.
Amazing job.
Yeah, I was off. Tough pitch. Sorry, guys.
First of all, let's acknowledge the suit, people.
Yeah, I know.
Let's take a moment.
There's
Let's take a
nothing
moment.
else, right?
All right, questions from the judges. I'll let anyone who wants to go first.
I'll go. I love your energy. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for purple.
Yeah,
It's like,
purple's
wow.
a great color.
Okay, so I have two questions for you. Number one, who creates the designs for the puzzles? And my second question is, when people sign up for the subscription box, is there a specific theme that everyone gets monthly, or can they pick like a little theme track?
No, great question. So design, especially for our subscription box, is usually something we come together as a team and decide on. We have some graphic artists or independent artists that help us with what we want. So this month we gave you a box. It's a cooking, baking theme, which has the apron that I'm wearing right now in it.
And we mix up the theme every
Yeah.
month. So we did a 3D puzzle a couple months ago, and we did a movie theme. We actually manufacture the puzzles ourselves, and that's one of the reasons why we're so profitable. But it also allows us the latitude to basically come up with whatever we want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from our judges? Ellie, go ahead. Hi, Ellie.
Okay, question. Might be silly, but do you have to license or buy the designs? Are the designs owned to you?
Usually
Yeah.
we would have to license anything.
Okay.
But because we get them created from an artist or we pick designs ourselves, if we do pick something online, of course we have to pay for commercial licensing. But yeah, licensing is definitely, you don't get around that.
And in general, too, we'll also tweak the artwork as well to give it a little more of a flavor for us.
Yeah, unique. Okay, cool. And then also a little bit of a question is, how many people are sitting around doing puzzles now that COVID is no longer?
Well, first of all, puzzles took off, but I think people have really found a love for it if they forgot that they loved it.
Yeah.
We're finding a lot of people traveling with them, people going to hospitals, or we've had people.
Our puzzles are a little bit different because, like, when you have 1,000 puzzle piece, what happens is you drop it on the kitchen counter and it takes 3 weeks. With our stuff, actually, you can do it on a really small. You can do it on a plane, and it generally takes about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours if you're me. And but that's just basically, it's a little bit different product.
Yeah, they kind of call it a puzzle snack.
And if you look at it overall, if you look at the puzzle market, actually 2022 is pretty strong right now, even for sales. And it's just because the underlying conditions for just the puzzle craze was kind of already there, and then the pandemic sort of accelerated it. In times of chaos, people want like something that they can control, and puzzles kind of fit that category.
I love your guys' energy as well.
Thank you. Oh man, I'm so.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. You did great.
Awesome. Thanks.
Brian, take it away.
You guys are great. Seriously, my stuff was easy. I just had to talk to myself. Like you had to coordinate. You had to like remember
It was too many
the
props.
things.
If anybody,
you had like at least 40 props on the stage, and then you turned that into 60 props by keeping on turning them around and like putting stuff in.
Thank you.
So you did great. And look, I love puzzles. We did it at home. It was just great. So puzzles are a great thing. As you were doing it, there's a part of me which is thinking, I really hope these guys do great because you're awesome, I love when I see this. But then there's another part of me that's thinking, like, how do you scale it, and who's your ideal customer profile? Like, is it a middle-aged guy? Is it somebody who's retired? Is it kids that are going to do it? And do they always look like this? Or do you, like, that's my only thing is, like, how do you make it huge? I can see how it's popular, right? I can even see how you make a nice living out of it. I like the manufacturing. I'm just trying to work out, like, how do you get it to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands a month, if not millions?
Well, but the good thing about puzzles is it's what you put on it. So if we're going to put a train on it and you love trains, it's just going to bring a broader audience. But we are looking at doing some that are, like I said, companion for like seniors and children, small children, because this is a little too hard for them. But we're not finding, like, we're growing bigger and bigger.
We also have 5 or 6 channels of revenue. So what happens is when direct-to-consumer drops, subscription stays consistent, or we do wholesale or product licensing kind of thing. It's actually been a really nice for the company to be able to rely on that. It's not all one. We're not putting all our eggs in one basket. And like Rachel said, we're actually working on other products. We're working on a.
We have puzzle accessories. We also have one coming out called Tipsy Puzzles, which are kind of more drink themed that are going to have like shaped puzzles like little martini glasses and so on. So we can build it from there and do different size puzzles. And
but the form factor of the manufacturing is pretty much all the same. We can actually just kind of change it. So.
I just feel like there's business, like, I bought, 500 hats. I was going to wear my cap down here. I thought I might be on, but like, I should have worn my cap. Now I feel like I missed out. But these could be, you could easily do like logos for companies.
Yeah, well, that was Google. We've done 40,000 for Google. We've done, we've been in Walgreens.
Yeah, one of our favorite customers is the Magic Castle, which is this crazy magician's membership thing in Hollywood.
Been there many times.
Yeah, so they do 4 for their gift shop, and that's kind of when we started the company, that's kind of what it was. We thought it was going to be one thing, and then we kind of just expanded it. But definitely, yeah. And there's a QR code on each label, so when you scan it with your phone, it drops to a landing page, and we can drop some wording about the customer or also their website.
All right, we'll do one last quick question for Michael. I see him with the mic.
Hi, Mike.
Hey. So my question is kind of along the same lines. You talked about marketing. You talked about product seeding, affiliate. How are you going to scale that? Because, affiliate scales if you get a whole bunch of people to do it, but it's not necessarily predictable.
Sure.
So where are you thinking of taking your marketing?
One of the things that has really helped us, for instance, is, again, the QR code on the label. So we're actually duplicating our customers. We also get a lot of gifts. People give them for gifts. So it's not like a traditional puzzle where you just have it in a box. Ours actually, when you scan the code, it actually brings you to our website with a landing page. And we find, actually, we can retarget those people and kind of grow the base. And we also do...
And I would have thought when we started that people would buy 1 or 2 puzzles, but we have people that have bought over 100 puzzles. They'll send us pictures. They're kind of addicted and they want to collect them all kind of thing. So, with our box being exclusive, that keeps them in there because they want to make sure they have all the exclusive ones. But yeah, so we can definitely sell more to people than I thought that we would at the beginning,
All right, amazing. Let's give it up for our last contestants, the Micro Puzzles team. Thank you both. I'm going to try not to slide on that, yes. Dangerous props. I guess I'll just step back a little bit just to really give myself a cushion here. What an event. What an amazing, amazing time that we had here. I want to thank you all for coming, first of all. But now, judges, you got a decision to make. You got to figure out, you got to make a decision on who gets to leave Orlando with $50,000 in cash and prizes. I'm not going to rush you. I'm not going to put you on the spot right now. I want you to sleep on this. It's an important decision. We want to make sure we do it right. And I want you to come over at the SUBTA Cube Award ceremony tomorrow. Starts at 6 o'clock for our in-person attendees. And then you'll let us know.
Following the competition, the judges tallied their votes and selected a winner. The next day, the winner was announced at the SUBTA Cube Awards.
Please welcome back SUBTA co-founder and chairman, Christopher George.
So as many of you know, I said this at the opening remarks, we built SUBTA and SubSummit because we want to help businesses build amazing subscription brands. The pitch competition is a big part of that. And it excites me so much that we have it. And quickly, I want to thank our sponsors, Praella and Pitney Bowes. They took this pitch competition prize and nearly doubled it because of their contribution. So one, let's give them a quick round of applause. And truly, like, it almost brings chills to my neck because we know that we're able to help another brand jumpstart their business, and that's what's truly exciting about this. So I'm excited to announce that the winner of the 2022 pitch competition is Robot Garage.
This whole community it's amazing. I feel like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz and the Yellow Brick Road. I keep meeting these amazing people I never knew existed a year ago. And everyone this week has been amazing to us. And just like giving us help and giving us honest advice. And it honestly will probably be the difference between us being here a year from now and not. So I thank you all so much. We try to make life better for kids in this country, and everything that you've done to help us means so much. We also have so appreciated everything from, the sponsors of this event and how well we've been treated, and have absolutely loved the other finalists. Yeah, and please, amazing people. Like, it's always like, oh, it's an honor to be in this category. It's an honor to be in the category with the other 3 finalists. They're amazing, so check them out too. Thank you.
Thank you.